What's up, gamers? DreamcastGuy here, talking today about PlayStation Plus. In the debate of Xbox versus PlayStation, one of the biggest topics is how Sony and Microsoft handle subscription services. Obviously, if you get an Xbox, you might as well get Game Pass. This gives you every single first-party Xbox game day and date. Starfield, Forza, Hi-Fi Rush, Redfall, if you like some really bad games, everything comes day and date. The second it's out, it's on Game Pass. And PlayStation, they clearly liked the idea of this. For the last year, they have introduced a tiered system to PlayStation Plus that gives you better indie games, stuff like Stray and the masterpiece Sea of Stars that just came out. These are pretty good, but I also like the retro games, which are part of PlayStation Plus Premium that lets you play PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3 games on there. Well, today, randomly, they have announced this new service is getting a big price increase. Every single tier of PlayStation Plus is getting way more expensive, and this is undoubtedly a Sony L. But let's discuss. Hi, hope you're having a great day. If you could like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. So honestly, I was actually originally taking a look at this just to discuss the idea of PlayStation Plus in 2023. And they said, hey, here's your monthly games for September. But when I started to really go through this, when I started to actually click the PlayStation blog, down here you can see that the monthly game is Saints Row Reboot, Whoop-De-Doo, Black Desert Online, which is an MMO, Generation Zero. Oh wait, here's something they just tucked at the bottom with no fanfare, no announcement, nothing to draw your attention to it. We wanted to let you know that starting in September 6th, we are going to be increasing the price of the PlayStation Plus 12-month subscription globally. This is all the different tiers. Now, I did the math. This is a 33% price increase. If you want just Essential, this is just basic online play. This is basic cloud saves. That's nothing else. That is now $80 a year. PlayStation Plus Extra, which is how you get the indie games and a lot of the cool, that's a lot of these basic games you're getting right here. That is now going to be $135 a year. Which is, again, it literally cost $100 before this. Such a huge price increase. PlayStation Plus Premium, which is what I have been subscribed to for the last year, now costs $160. Now, people are immediately pissed. And I think a lot of it is because of this, which, in my opinion, is a flat-out lie. This price adjustment will enable us to continue bringing high-quality games and value-added benefits to your PlayStation Plus subscription service. Now, you have to admit that it's pretty ironic to claim they're increasing the price to increase the quality of games in a month where they're giving us Saints Row, which is one of the most hated games of the last couple of years. Looking at every reply, people are saying massive L. Everybody is just being like, wow, this is just absolutely stinky bad. Man, I'm actually impressed the fact that Ric Flair horn, $80 to access the internet connection you already pay for. Sure, they're giving you access to games, but you don't get to pick those. This is just insane. A lot of people are definitely the most annoyed at the Essential tier. $80 just to be able to play online is ludicrous, to say the least. I decided to tweet out my own dissatisfaction with this because it just seems like such a bad time for this move, and I basically just said that it's a huge Sony L, and I got this reply that kind of struck me, which this person just suggests we gotta hit them in their wallet. That's what talks. Money talks. So if they're increasing it and you don't like it, maybe it's time to walk away from PlayStation Plus, at least for a bit. Now, part of what's so confusing about this, to be honest, is that I follow these numbers a lot. I actually track growth and market data. Not only do I review a lot of games, but part of my job is just tracking the gaming industry to do my daily gaming uploads. And it's weird that right now, all game subscription service has stalled. essentially what's happening is that nobody new is buying into these services. People that have Game Pass are continuing to pay for Game Pass. People that are still using PlayStation Plus are still using PlayStation Plus, but new people are not exactly flooding the market. Now, I'm sure somebody's going to go, wow, you're being pretty hard on Sony. Were you hard on Microsoft when they did the same thing? Well, yes, I was. I actually roasted the hell out of freaking Xbox because they're increasing the price of the Xbox Series X and Game Pass. So this sucks. Increasing the price of your subscription services is just such a huge L. And here's the other part of it. It turns out some people are actually leaking that they're paying less as well. If you put your indie game on PlayStation Plus or Xbox Game Pass, apparently Sony and Microsoft are paying less. This is causing a lot of these deals to dry up. That means that if this doesn't work, if this doesn't pay off in the long run, that means that we're going to be paying more for PlayStation Plus, but getting less out of it. This is not some vague assumption. This is the direct math we're dealing with. And it's just sort of disappointing to me because in the past, I do think that PlayStation Plus has been good. I have been excited for the idea that PlayStation is finally putting retro games on their service. I like the PlayStation 4 and I like the PlayStation 5, but I'm a nostalgia guy. I like the PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 a lot. In fact, there was even this random piece of news that came out this morning that they're working on some sort of new PlayStation emulator for PS2 games to be even bigger, even better, maybe giving us even more PlayStation 2 games in the future. It sucks. And honestly, I just feel like nobody is going to win from this. Reddit is already being like, okay, that's a $20 price increase just for base level PSN. The lowest quality thing is getting a huge price increase. This is just so stupid. A good reminder to cancel my subscription. It wasn't worth it for me at the previous price, so definitely not now. This is a bummer. It's been, everybody's just talking about, oh wow, this is an interesting take. Someone's like, I was thinking about upgrading my subscription to go to the higher tier and getting more benefits. Now, I'm definitely not. PlayStation, what was the purpose of this? Like, in the grand scheme of things, this is something that kind of drives me nuts about just the way that the economy works in general. The way a lot of these big companies think. They have to have infinite growth. You can't just have a good game. You can't just have a profitable game. You can't just make billions of dollars. You have to make all the money forever. It sucks that PlayStation isn't content with their games selling 20 million copies. They're not content with the PlayStation 5 being the biggest console on the planet. They also have to continually increase the price of their subscription service, even if the product itself doesn't suddenly get better. This sucks. And I want to go a step further and say, don't defend this. If your team, if you're one of those people that's a diehard Xbox defender, because I see those people in the comments, if you're a super obsessive Sony pony, which I guess I kind of don't even like that term, to be honest. I feel like Sony pony is thrown around constantly. Don't defend this. This stuff is bad for gamers. Cheap games are good because more people get to play them. Big, incredible products that don't have battle passes and microtransactions are good for the industry. We should want the best. And this ain't it, Chief. But what do you guys think? Are you excited for the future of PlayStation, or does this just seem like an obvious L? Tell me your thoughts in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a big old thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe if you haven't already. And please keep dreaming. By the way, I am going to have a big Starfield video up on Friday, so be ready for that. It's going to be, I'm sure that the comment section is going to be very pleasant. If you like Starfield, you're evil. If you don't like Starfield, you're evil. Thanks so much for watching that video. If you want to see something else, you can always click this link to see what I put up last, or, subscribe and see what's coming up next. Also, I promise that whatever I do, it'll try not to suck.